switch on, please. Good evening, guys. Good evening, Hasudi, Usman, Vimasha, Asfa,
Good evening, miss.
Sakiri. Hi, Noor. After a long time, I'm seeing Noor. Noor, rarely I see your face nowadays. Noor Rahma. Right. Switch on the camera. Badira is in the house. Jaya Prabha. Hi, Badira. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Switch on the camera. My microphone is not here. It is somewhere else. Here we go. Hi, Badira. After a very long time, is there any changes? You have grown big? No, right? Same Barira. Same Priya teacher. Hasandi, switch on the camera. Gagana, Jayaprabha, quickly. Hurry up. Right. So the last Tuesday, I just shared this document. I didn't give you the brief explanation. I dropped this document today or tomorrow in your LMS, okay? Through the LMS, you will be able to download this entire document as we always do. Today or tomorrow itself, you will get the document, right? So today, I just show you this document that day, right? Briefly, we did the explanation, and I told you we are going to discuss in deep today during the revision class. Jayaprabha, are you a newcomer today?
Yes, teach.
Okay, so have you already started watching recordings?
Not yet,
No,
teach.
not yet. Right. So you have to watch the recording to do the cover up session of yours. You have to watch the recording. If you watch recording, drop me a message whenever you find some questions or the queries there. Drop me a phone call or a WhatsApp message. I'll be there to support you. But without watching recording, for you it's difficult because we have covered the entire drama. Twilight of a Crane, entire drama has been discussed, explained last few weeks. And we did another poem as well. What? I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings. So far, for grade 11 syllabus, I have done entire drama plus one poem. Okay, plus one poem because before July or end of July, most probably end of July, I will complete entire syllabus. Grade 11 syllabus, I will complete entire syllabus. And from July onwards, I start your syllabus from grade 10 onwards. 10 එක ඉගෙන ගත්ත දේවල් ආපහු මම ආයෙ රිවයිස් කරන්න ගන්නවා. ඒ නිසා ඔයාලට දැනට මිස් වුණාට අවුලක් නැහැ. But today currently what we are doing, you have to be up to date. Yes or no? So it's better, please watch the recording, learn them, take your notes, keep it in a separate folder, take the printouts that you need, arrange them in a booklet, prepare your background for the exam. Final moment you can't run here and there. මම ඔයාලට lesson එකෙන් lesson එකට each lesson by lesson I am giving you a proper note. So from that you can receive lot of things. But the thing is, I can provide the soft copy. It will be here and there. If you don't refer them, useless, right? Useless. So please handle them properly, utilize them properly, try to improve your standard with the help of these resources. හරිද පුතේ? හරි. So here, as we have discussed writing essays so many times, but still you find difficult to write an essay type answers නේ. හැමතිස්සෙම අපි අවසානයේ හිර වෙන තැන මොනවාද? appreciation එක, clear එක. එතකොට Mameke mains point again. These mains point we have discussed last Tuesday. So first of all, you have to read the question and understand what angle the question is raised. Mokadde question again ahala tiyene. What they have asked, right? And what are the suitable quotations? So we should understand. Okay, this is the theme. These are the themes we should mention while providing our answers. For the particular theme, what type of quotations you should provide. ඒක ගැන හොඳ better idea එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ and organize ideas clearly. While you are writing, I told you organize your answer. Allocate 3 to 5 minutes. From that 30 minutes you allocate for each question. Essay type question, you are going to allocate 30 marks, 30 minutes, no? So from that 30 minutes, allocate 3 to 5 minutes to organize your answer. Put the skeleton. Introduction paragraph, body paragraph, this point, these are the quotation. This point, these are the quotations. So take a small note of it. Explain කරලා ලියන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. චූටි කටු සටහනක් දාගන්න. හරිද? දානකොට when you put that short note, when you draw your skeleton, make sure you take the quotation from the correct order. How the story flows, from that order take the quotation as well. If you are writing an essay answer for the fiction Vendor of Sweet, don't take quotation about Ambika first and second where Grace tell who's that boy name? Mali's father that they are not married yet. Again, don't talk about the cousin who received the key when the Jagan is going for the retreat, right? So don't do that. Follow the order. What is happening in the first chapter, how the story flows, how Mali goes abroad, then how he come back to India with Grace, and then he get to know that these people are living together without being legally married, and he understand the value of marriage through his flashback, right? And he takes the decision of saying goodbye to all these matters with the other people, and he leaves giving responsibility to the cousin. So the such like that, maintain the order. Have the organization. Don't collapse the thing here and there, then you will lose that 4 marks allocated for the organization part. Right? So understanding the question, read the question carefully, underline the keyword, decide what to explain. So when you underline keyword, like I did last week, put the numbers, right? If they have asked 2 things, compare, contrast. So you have to compare. Compare mean what? Discuss the similarity. Contrast mean what? Discuss the differences in between 2 components. So you should not only do the comparison. You should not only do the contrast things. You have to do the both. First of all, you have to compare, discuss the similarities they have, then mention the differences stated through that content. Understood? Right. So the first one is compare, second one is contrast. Likewise, whatever the things you have to do, just take a note. Numbers දාගන්න. ඊළඟට right common questions අහන විදිහ තියෙනවා. මම කිව්වා මේ last week එකේ කතා කරපු එක ටක් ගාලා කියාගෙන යන්න. Discuss, explain, how does the poet shows, illustrate with example. The question, the way the question is draft, not every time they draft the question in the same way. They draft the question in different ways. So according to that, your questions, the answering way should change. Habai structure any type of question, whether it is poetry, whether it is prose or drama or fiction, the structure of the answer is not going to be changed, right? We have to write the introduction, body paragraph according to my suggestions. Minimum, how many body paragraph? 5 body paragraph, because we have 7 marks allocated to the allocated for the content. To receive 7 out of 7, if you want to get 6 marks at least, you have to give 5 points, more than 5 quotations. Yes or no? Yes, right? So the conclusion and the quotations are must, right? So the introduction paragraph, here we have to start with the creative line, then we have to include details about the poet, the writer, then we have to paraphrase the question, right? The paraphrasing and creative lines we have already done. Yes, before we last Friday we discussed how to paraphrase the question. I gave you a question, asked you to paraphrase. I gave you the poem, asked you to write the creative line, and I have uploaded 2 different documents for that, right? Entire 20 poems, creative lines, right? The entire 20 poems, questions and their paraphrase version. I have uploaded 2 different documents in LMS. Please receive them if you want to get those notes. Hari, the last Friday we discussed that. Hari, okay, make a body paragraph. Okay, normally there are different methods you can follow while writing the body paragraph. This is the PQA method. Earlier I have told you the peel method. Peel method එකත් වෙනසක් නැහැ. චූටි වෙනසයි තියෙන්නේ, ලොකු මේ වෙනසක් නැහැ, right? Earlier I told you follow the peel method කියලා. මම දැන් ඊටත් වඩා ලේසි method එකකට කියලා දුන්නේ PQA method එක. Peel method මොකද්ද? You mention the point, you explain the point, right? And you provide the evidence. You provide the evidence and finally you link, right? You get the point and you tell through this poem the writer is trying to deliver the message of this, and you take the quotations to support that, and finally you say this is how the writer use these kinds of literary devices to deliver his message in this line, right? That is the linking part. Hari. Okay, so this is the peel method which we discussed earlier. Now I introduce this new one, PQA method. Same, bit different. What? P stand for point, Q stand for quotation, A stand for not the explanation, argument. Sorry, typing mistake. මෙතන මතක තියලා එතන type කර. Argument. A stand for argument. So you mention the point, you bring the quotation from the point, and you tell your point of view, your perspective, your appreciation part, right? So that's how this point should be explained and bring with the evidences. මෙතන evidence කියන එකට මෙතන quotations කියලා කියනවා. මෙතන explanation කියන එකට මෙතන argument කියලා කියනවා. PQA method එක මට හිතන හැටියට හරිම powerful appreciation එකක් ලියනකොට, right? To write an appreciation, PQA, point, quotation and argument method may be very useful. මේ ආපහු යන්නේ. මොකක් හරි මගේ සිස්ටම් එකේ අවුලක් තියෙනවා. Okay පුතේ, right. Okay, while using quotation, use short and relevant quotation, use quotation marks, explain every quotation, do not copy long lines without explanation. So the last Tuesday also I told you what? Handmade quotations. Can you use handmade quotations? No, handmade quotations are not allowed. ඔයාලට හිතුණු විදිහට නිකන් guess කරලා ඔයාලට ඕන විදිහට quotations ලියන්න බෑ. Quotations you have to mention within double quotations, right? While you are writing quotations, it's better use a black color pen. Black color pen එකකින් quotations එක වෙනම ලියන්න. Double quotations වල දාලා ලියන්න exactly poem එකේ තියෙනවා වගේම. How exactly they print the lines in the poem or the text, write it in the exact way. Do not customize it. Do not modify it. While you are writing quotations, you have to write exactly how it was printed in your book, right? Next one, today one student asked from grade 11, teacher, do we want to mention the literary devices? Then why should I teach these literary devices this month? Right? While writing the appreciation, you should use the literary device, because then only you can appreciate the writer's work. You can tell how attractively, how technically the writer has used the language, how he has played with the words in a systematic way, right? These are the words he has used in this place. It does not mean he has used these words for just. There is a strong message behind that. That's why I told you Twilight of a Crane. It's about the Japanese story. The content is related to the Japanese people. Then the writer should mention the currency as yen. Why the dollars has mentioned? Japanese people, they are not ready to give up on their own authentic things, right? They are not ready to change their language. You know that the Chinese product, whatever they send, whatever they manufacture, whatever they send to anywhere, they send the catalog in Chinese. Have you seen? Have you find any China product with English catalog? No. You have to understand that catalog with the help of pictures. Huh? Otherwise, scan it and translate to your own language. They never print anything in any other languages, because they don't learn other languages. Have you seen? They learn only if they want, they can learn all the language in the world. They don't learn other language. Have you seen? Because they never ready to give up their authenticity. Yes, then the Japanese story, the writer used by Junji Kinoshita, right? The name itself is a funny. So he used, instead of yen, he used dollars. Why? To show the influence of American, right? American influence towards the Japanese culture after the industrialization. So this story is not merely a love story. When I explain you from the first day, I told you this is not a love story, but don't cry just because of these things happen. Just think this is something deeper, and this is the difference between the before the industrialization and after the industrialization. Before the war and after the war. So the pre-war effect and the post-war effect is created through this drama. Indirectly, he is passing a very strong message to the society through a folk tale, through a fairy tale type story. He's delivering a very strong message, right? So like that, you have to appreciate it. The work has done by the writer, so that one should be done with the help of what? So the using yen, using dollars instead of yen is a symbol, right? It symbolizes, symbolically he is telling the influence of America towards the Japanese culture, right? So when you are doing the appreciation, literary devices plays a major role. Okay. Driver arrive කියලා බලමු call කරත් හරිනේ. Hari, number of body paragraph, you have to include at least 4 to 5 body paragraph. And samaharaya, some people they are writing in a perfect manner. They do the body paragraph, provide the point and the quotations, argument very strong. Finally conclusion එක නිකන් බැලුන් එකක් පුම්බලා හුස් ගාලා හුලං ඇරියා වගේ. Because of these reason, I am telling the writer has done a good job. Perfect. Finished. Done. Ivarai. Right? Khatam khatam. එහෙම කරන්න එපා. Right? Don't do it that way. So when you start something, bring it to the perfect conclusion. අවසාන වෙනකම් ගෙනල්ලා යතාරින්න ඕනේ. නැත්තම් read කරගෙන ආවිලා හොඳට teacher නිකන් ඔයාලා ගැන වසීකృత වෙලා ඉන්නකොට mesmerize වෙලා ඉන්නකොට මොනවාද? අවසානයේ අතෑරලා දානවා. එතකොට ටීචර් නිකන් පේපර් එක කරෙක්ට් කරන කෙනාට එච්චර ලොකු hype එකක් එන්නේ නැහැ නේද? So the conclusion එකේ මොනවද කරන්න ඕනේ? Summarize the main ideas. Whatever the points you mention in each paragraph, restate all those points in one line. Right, through this poem, the writer is trying to tell the nature is powerful and it shows the grandeur nature, and it shows how nature shows its dominance towards the other elements of the society or the environment. කියලා දාලා ඊට පස්සේ මොනවද කරන්න ඕනේ? Restate the question in different way. So the how they have asked the question, you have to write it in a different version, paraphrase එක. Question එකේ ආපහු paraphrase, because the question has asked this and I have provided the answer for that කියලා කියන්න ඕනේ. Finally end with the meaningful message. මං කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? ඉස්සර ඔයාලට කිව්වේ thought provoking message. So through this poem, the writer is trying to deliver this strong message to the society කියලා. මොකක්ද මේ message එක කියන එක කියන්නේ. තේරුණාද? හරි. ඔන්න example conclusions අරන් තියෙනවා. ඒක මම use කරේ නැහැ. අනිත් එක මොකද්ද? use කරන whatever the sentence you write, whatever the explanation you give, make sure you provide them in simple present tense. Right? Use formal language. So the words you use, the pattern you use should be very standard. තේරුණානේ? The informal language, abbreviated, short form, WhatsApp සමහර ඒවා hello කියනකොට මොනවද වෙන්නේ? HL the text messages type කරලා පුරුදුනේ තියෙන්නේ. hello නේද? bye එහෙම ලියන්නේ නැහැ. Don't use I have seen several answers. I have seen enough answers. They have written these abbreviated forms. Type කරලා පුරුද්දට. ඒ වගේ එන්න එපා. Right? Use a formal language. හරිම official language එකක් use කරන්න. Avoid personal opinion. Right? පුතේ මට විනාඩි 5කින් මතක් කරන්න මේ payment එක card එකට මාරු කරන්න කියලා. හරි. What are the common mistakes we should avoid? writing a summary of the poem. මම ඕක නම් 100 පාරකට වඩා කියනවා මොනවාද? Do not write the summary, do not write the paraphrase version, but do the appreciation. What is the summary? Taking the poem and giving it in short form. We have to do it, yes, where in the introduction paragraph only. We write the summary of the entire poem within 2 to 3 lines only in introduction paragraph, right? So the no quotations. You write entire essay with all the explanations. You have understood the question properly. You have enough points. You remember the themes, but no quotations. Out of 7 marks for the content, type answers, they have allocated 7 marks, no? So these 7 marks, at least to receive these 7 marks, you have to write 5 quotation, more than 5 quotation, 5 plus. Out of 7, to receive more than 5 marks, more than 5 to 6 marks, you have to write at least 5 to 6 quotation. ඔය quotations වලට තමයි ගොඩාක් වෙලාවට 1 mark දීලා යන්නේ. Because the students who can write the quotation definitely understand how to merge that quotation with the point. The person who can understand, who can grab the quotation, understand the question, understand the message, understand what the writer is trying to say, right? Quotation නැත්තම් ඔය කිසිම දෙයක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Content marks 7න් ලකුණු අඩු කරගන්න එකම හේතුව තමයි quotations දෙන්නේ නැති එක. Provide the enough quotations, right? Right? සමහර අය හිතනවා නම් you can write the quote. අපි හිතනවා දැන් කවුද? Kumar Sangakkara. During the Kumar Sangakkara Lahore attack, there are enough explanations given by him about the tournament, about the attack, about the Sri Lankan culture, about the way he lived, about the conversation he had with the soldier. There are a lot of explanation given by the Kumar Sangakkara. There are some people who have enough memory power. They can remember a lot of things. So they by heart the paragraph, they write by hearted paragraph to the paper, come back home and tell කටපාඩම් කරාය මොනවත් නැහැ වතුර එකේ දාගෙන නළලේ සිද්ධාලේප ගාගෙන ලිව්වා කියන්නේ අම්මා අය මොනවත් නැහැ අම්මා නිකන් පලා ලියනවට වඩා හොඳට මම ලියලා ආවේ කියලා. You won't get a single mark for that, right? By hearted, a teacher asked to write 1 quotation. I wrote 1 paragraph, teacher. Who am I? To whom you are talking? You asked me to write a line, teacher. I wrote a paragraph. You will see, I will get A star. Hambe, kosetama hambe. Right? You won't get. Right? By-hearted paragraph, writing by-hearted paragraph without explanation won't bring any dash to you. I have taken decision not to use bad words during my class hours. So if you want to fill those gaps, drop me a personal message. I type that word. Okay. Nowadays people are a bit alert about my classes. Because of that reason, I don't want to put myself into controversial things. හරිද? දැන් කට්ටිය මේ මගේ yeah. Thank you. මේ කට්ටිය දැන් ඇවිල්ලා මගේ වීඩියෝස් බලලා දැන් කමෙන්ට් කරනවා. එක එක කමෙන්ට් කරනවා. ඒ නිසා මම චුට්ටක් careful වෙන්න ඕනනේ. So people start to talk behind you. If people are talking behind you, then remember what you have to remember. මම මොකට දාන්න කියලා කියපතේ? කාඩ් එකටනේ. කොල්ලා හොඳ කොල්ලා දාලා ගිහලා තියෙන්නේ. දන්නවා අම්මා අමතක කරනවා කියලා. හරි. So if people are talking behind you, that means you are doing something good. එහෙම නැත්නම් මේ criticize කරන්න එන්නේ නැහැ. Right? ඒ නිසා මේ දැන් ඔය dash නරක වචන කියන්න ඒව dash තියෙනවා. They will be provided in a personal platform. Okay. Right. දැන් මම හිතන් ඉන්නේ දැන් ඔය බූරුවා එහෙම බූරුවා කියන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් කියන්නේ මොනවාද? baby donkey stylish version. Right? baby donkey. බූරු පැටියා. Right? හරි. අහන්නකෝ. ඔන්න question එකක් තියෙනවා. How does the poet shows the power and importance of nature in the poem to the Nile? මම ඔයාලට suggestions දෙනවා මෙහෙම. This is one question. That is the poem to the Nile. To the Nile එකේ චුට්ටක් අනා ගන්න ප්‍රමාණය වැඩි වෙන poem එකක් තමයි to the Nile. ඒ නිසා හරිද? මං ඔයාලට දැන් කීයද වෙලාව? 6:44යි. I can take one question. මට මෙන්න මේ comparison එක කරන්න ඕන. හරි පොඩි වැඩක් දීලම පටන් ගමුකෝ අපි. හරිද? ඊට පස්සේ අපි compare කරමු different genres. poem එකක, fiction එකක, prose එකක essay answer එකක් ලියනකොට මොනවද වෙන්න ඕන වෙනස්කම් කියලා. මට ඊට කලින් මම දැම්ම මට මතක හැටියට ගොඩක් questions මේකට. නෑ මේක විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. Right. Okay, come on now. Make it. Have you learned the poem to the Nile? Yes, you have. Most of the students. Yes, no? මට sketch එක දාලා දෙන්න බලන්න skeleton එක ඇඳලා දෙන්න PQA method එක use කරලා use the point, quotations and argument. Draw the skeleton for me. Draw the skeleton. Tell me introduction, how we are going to plan the introduction part. Body paragraph, body 1, what is the point? Body 2, what is the point? Body 3, what is the point? Body 4, body 5, point and the quotation. Quotation, you don't want to write the entire quotation, a part. A small 2-3 words, 2 words more than enough. Dot here. Make quotation එක මං ගන්න කියන එක. After that, final conclusion. Conclusion, restate points, no need. That you write restate points. Second one, the paraphrase question. Third one, thought-provoking message is there. No? That message you have to write. Okay, got it? Understood? Right. Teacher, I haven't studied it. Nur Rahma. Okay. Because okay. Nur Rahma, yes. So the Nur Rahma, she doesn't know the poem to the Nile. You. To the Nile, you don't know, right? Aska, she learned. What about others? Raise your hand if you know the poem to the Nile. Okay, okay, right. Usman, Aska. Okay, shall I give you a question from Farewell to Ban secondary then? Shall I share a question from Farewell to Ban secondary then? We'll choose question from the past paper book itself. Do you have the past paper book with you, Puta? Ganna 20 last year paper එක තියෙනවද? 2024 paper. Do you have the 2024 paper? 2024 paper. I'll do this. I'll do a help for you guys. මම ඔයාලට poetry එකේ questions 5ක් තියෙනවනේ. I share all 5 questions. You choose whatever you want. Right? You choose the question you want and write the answer. හරිද? 5ක් තියෙනවා. Out of 5 you can choose 1 and write. Oh my god. पुत्ते stop कर लाने ආපහු දැම්මනේ. What did you say? Okay, you can add your number through the LMS Putta. Because we are not supposed to share the group link. You have to join the groups through the LMS. LMS එකේ බලන්න මගේ ක්ලාස් එකේ ඉස්සරහා තියෙනවා WhatsApp group එකට link එක. ඒකෙන් පුතා තමයි join වෙන්න ඕනේ. බලන්නකෝ LMS එකට ගිහිල්ලා බලන්න. Give me a second. Hello. Okay, curtain எடுக்கிறதுக்கு மகன் வந்தாரா? ஒருத்தர் அவருக்கு போறதுக்கு பாருங்க முன்னுக்கு இருக்கிறாரா போயிட்டாரான்னு. ஏன்னா வெஹிக்கிள் வந்து அதில் ஜேர்னியை ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. கொஞ்சம் பாருங்களேன். போயிட்டாரா? அப்போ சரிம்மா. வந்தா கையில் ஃபோன் இல்லை. வந்தா நீங்கள் எனக்கு ஒருக்கா கால் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க. நான் திருப்பி வெஹிக்கிளில் போடுறேன்னா. சரிம்மா, சரி. அது அப்படித்தான் நான் போட்டேன். நான் அப்படித்தான் ஜேர்னியை போட்டுட்டேன். அங்கால திருப்பி வர மாதிரி தான் போட்டேன். ஆனால் எனக்கு வந்து அவங்க ஜேர்னியை க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. அதுதானே, அதுதான் கொஞ்சம் கூப்பிடுங்க. I have shared the question. Please go through, will you? There are 5 questions. Out of 5, choose one. Huh? Yeah. Yes. It is with your mama. ஓ பாபா, நான் அவங்க ஏன் அப்படி கட் பண்ணிட்டு போயிட்டது? அதுதானே, நீங்கள் போகலாம். சரி, நான் டக்குன்னு அதில் போட்டுறேன், வெஹிக்கிள் போட்டுறேன். வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க, திருப்பி கால் பண்ணுறேன்னா. சரி. ஹலோ 1399 சொல்லுங்க அவருக்கு வெஹிக்கிள் நம்பர் 99 சொல்லுங்க வெஹிக்கிள் நம்பர். Hiru sir, the mic. Thank you. Teacher, I have a okay. Teacher, can you send it to the chat box? Question pata? Okay, I do. Ask me while keeping your microphone unmuted because mostly I don't check the chat box messages. Your microphone is open, right? We haven't blocked it. We haven't inactivated. You can unmute yourself. Quickly, once you have done your work, please drop me a message. මට ටක් ගාලා කරලා දාන්න පුතේ. Here, you don't want to bother. These are the questions. Later you can do it. Hello. 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 sketch होगा. Just a sketch. What is that? Skeleton is it? Just the skeleton ना. very simple way. Write in a simple way like this. Right? First of all, very simple way. Write first of all, write the introduction. Right? Introduction, then the creative lines about the poet, and paraphrase the question, thesis statement. You can write in a short form. After that, body, right? Body one, then mention the point, right? And the quotation within two, three words. Argument, keep it the way you can later fill it. Okay? Only the point and the quotation. Quotation also 2 words.
ठीक है
Like that, body one, what is the body two, body three, body four, body five, the outline. Just put the outline. Take only 3 to 5 minutes. එච්චරයි. Yes, පුතේ. Anybody? කාගේ හරි එක්කෙනෙක්ගේ මට output එක හම්බෙනවා නම්? Anyone? introduction about the poem, author, background, what is it about? No, no, about the poem. So, first of all, creative starting. Creative starting. Okay, you have to write a creative line about the poem. These creative lines for all 20 poems, what are the creative lines you can write? I have given. Just read it and think what are the what type of amendments you can do there, what kind of improvements you can make there. So I have given starting lines for 20 poems. You can, after reading them, you can write your own, right? So this creative line should be there. After that, you write about the poem, not the poem, about the poem, right? About the poem. Then you paraphrase the, not paraphrase, summary. Hello? Yeah. Kutha, I will have classes up to 8 o'clock today. Can you call me after 8 o'clock? Okay, okay. That's it. Okay, okay. Summary of the poem. And then you have to look about the summary of the poem. Paraphrase the question. But they have paraphrased the question. After write the thesis statement. Thesis statement. Right? So William Blake, who is an criticist to the Evening Star, depicts peace, beauty, and harmony. So you have to talk about the peace, you have to talk about the beauty, and third one, harmony. How this achieved in the poem. He has given some explanation to explain the peacefulness, sorry, peacefulness of the nature. Then the natural beauty, and third one, how the nature has created the harmony in people's life. Right? Three different things. So the thesis statement, you have to say the upcoming paragraph will provide enough information to display how the writer has used the lines in the poems to deliver the peace, the beauty, and harmony through his writing. Right? Okay. That is the thesis.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes.
Madam, can I Priyanka?
Can I do what? Oh, yeah. Priyanka. Priyanka. Muslims, Barira, Priyanka, Barira, Aska, Aisha, Nurama, Priyanka, Yahya, Priyanka. Okay. So after that, body not like this with it. So the body, you have to take body as body one. Body one. Then first of all, you can talk about the piece. So the how the piece is highlighted, what kind of quotations you can take for that, and then your argument for that. Okay, so the point you have to mention here, quotation you should give here, quotation. If you are taking the quotation, just write 2-3 words and put the top. While writing your explanation, then you can use this one as a sketch and write it. Understood? Terna? Yes. After that, body 2, you are going to talk about, again, if you can bring another thing like peacefulness of the night, right? So the peacefulness he is expecting to bring during their night hours, right? While they are sleeping, the writer wants the environment to be very peaceful so that it won't disturb the hard working people. They should have a peaceful environment to sleep sound, right? Like that. guys, Ane, here, I ask you to put this sketch putta. Don't take this much of time for that. What is this? Enough, huh? Enough. Send me. Otherwise, how we can focus the other part? Quickly. That. Okay, no one is sending any answers. What is this, Lamai? Why? කොහෙද තිබ්බෝ එක? අයියේ. ඇයි තා? ඔලවල දෙනවා? Oh, Lamai. Putih, switch on the camera fast. Hurry up. switch on the camera. All of you, enough now. Switch on the camera. ඔයාලට වැඩක් දුන්නාට සත පහක වැඩක් නෑ ළමයි. කොහොනේ වැඩක් දුන්නාම where's the results? මොනවද කරන්නේ camera off කරගෙන? Only Saheli. Saheli will see. Saheli has done. වැඩක් නෑනේ මේ results එකක් නැත්තම්. What the use of giving work? Update on. Okay, introduction. What is the question, Puta? Which question have you taken?
The breakfast.
Teacher have a class. Okay, Noor Rahma. Okay, do it. Right. Okay. So the question is this, related to what? Without speaking to me. That is this one, no? Breakfast.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, right? A1. What is the question? And imagine no. Breakfast, emotional conflict in human beings are subtly symbolized in breakfast. Examine the poem in relation to this view. In relation to this view. Okay. 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 Lack of conversation. Okay. 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 Yes. Saheli, this is perfect. Saheli, this is perfect. And Jayaprabha. She has written the entire thing, no? Entire thing, briefly explain. That's perfect. She has used the complete quotations. Right. Narrate. Yes. Yes. Yeah. This one also perfect. Who is this? Jayaprabha. And another one. Aisha.
Excuse me, madam.
Yeah.
Madam, when we writing the quotation, we have to write can't we write in the same line? He poured the coffee into his cup. Same line, right?
What did you ask?
when we write the quotation, we have separate the same sentence into two, right? But when we write, we can write it as separate,
No,
same,
no.
right?
You have to write with the same poses. If it is a poem, the same poses should be maintained while you are writing your appreciation as well, Putta.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Right. This girl has written the same one. What is centered egoism as he tried to hide his anxiety. Uh, okay. 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 The minute, the minute actions of the man delivers deep meanings. The poem subtly reveals the emotional conflict in human beings and the impact it can create. Hence, the poem breakfast represent the emotional conflict in the very in the simplest way. In the simplest way. Right. Right. Oh, අද මගේ දවස හොඳ නැහැ. Right. Okay, Aisha, this is perfect. Thought provoking the identity, right? Okay, this one perfect. And the others. තව කවුද දාලා තියෙන්නේ? Barira. Barira. After long time I'm seeing hers. The poem. Everybody has written the breakfast man because that is the simplest one. ලේසිම එක අරගෙන ලියලා තියෙන්නේ. මාර කපටි ළමයි මෙයාලා. Okay. The poem uses simple actions to show deep emotional tension. Okay, the man's emotional indifference is symbolizes through his careless departure. Okay, the repetition in the poem reflect emotional tension and inner conflict. Okay, the final reaction of the observer shows the emotional pain caused by the conflict. Perfect. Right? Paraphrase of the this is the introduction paragraph. Why the finally you have written the introduction paragraph? What about the conclusion then? Barira, where's the conclusion? Okay, right. Everybody keep the camera switch on. Camera का switch on करना पड़ते. Okay, now the comparison table. Here you can see we have four different genres, right? We have four different genres: poetry, drama, short story, and fiction. Okay, poetry for main focus poet's language. Normally, poetry is not written in a normal way. You see a very different structure, very creative way of delivering the particular message. Yes or no? Yes. But in drama always you see the dialogue and action, right? So the writer, if something happened, something is doing by the character, within bracket he mentioned that. Whether she hug him, whether he thrust him away, right? Whether he sit down, she sit down, whether she weeps, all the actions are mentioned within brackets. Otherwise, their emotions, their ideas expressed through the quotations. Yes, yes. So the short story, there's a central incident, right? There's a central incident. Lahore attack, the bomb attack, the gun attack, wave, tsunami, lumber room, going inside the lumber room. Twilight of, sorry, this one, Nightingale and the Rose, generating that rose and offering it to the girl, right? Professor's daughter. So the central incident. Fiction, this is a lengthy story. So first of all, Jagan is introduced. And the Jagan's character, we understand his characteristic, his nature, his involvement with the son, his involvement with the daughter-in-law, his love towards the wife, and finally his attachment with his religious belief. Mali introduced as a son of the Jagan, and he refused continuing his college studies. He wanted to be a writer. Then he wanted to learn to writing in America. He came back India with an unknown girl. Later we understand he is a very ill-mannered person who decided to live with a woman without getting married legally, right? Then when he is a very money minded person, business oriented person, after realizing he is unable to get money from his father, then he chased his so called wife, right? The character development, each character we get a better idea with the flow. Yes, so this is the difference between the main focus, right? Next one, poetry we use the evidence, and drama dialogues and stage actions. So short story, different incident plus dialogues, right? Fiction event across the story. So what happened when he act as a sweet seller, how he react as a father, what is his involvement towards his son's life, right? As a Gandhian follower, what are the principles he follow, right? Okay, like that. And techniques, poetry, literary devices, drama, dramatic devices, short story, narrative techniques, and fiction, plot and character growth. Plot mean what? What is the exposition? What are the rising actions? Conflict, climax, falling action, resolution. So we should understand those things when we consider the fiction. And the descripting style, poetry, analytical, The drama action based, short story incident based, and the fiction detailed and development. The time span, poetry, we are talking about a very short incident, very short span, right? This is drama scene based, whether it is scene 1 or scene 2, scene 3, we have different phases. Single event, short story, it is only a single incident, right? Lahore attack, the gun attack, only the gun attack. The long development fiction, it takes a long time, day and day, so sometimes years, because who Mali was in America for years. After 2-3 years, he came back to India, right? After he came back, India after 2-3 years. So it's a lengthy story. What to avoid when you are doing, when you are appreciating a poem, you should not narrate a story, right? And while you are writing the drama appreciation, do not narrate scene. From scene 1, this happened, that happened. That is the paraphrasing. So avoid paraphrasing. Avoid paraphrasing, avoid paraphrasing, avoid paraphrasing, avoid paraphrasing. So the chapter summary I have given you, you should not by heart and write it in the exam paper. It should be in your mind. It should be in your head, and you have to take all the points and combine all those things into your paper as an appreciation, not a chapter wise explanation, not a chapter wise summary writing. Okay, right. So here, genre-wise explanation, poetry, we have to focus on themes, imagery, literary devices, and poet's message. Use short quotation, analyze language, not story. Do not retell the poem. This is a very special, always highlighted point. Do not retell the poem. You don't want to tell what the writer has written in a standard language. You don't want to write in your own words. You should not do that. Next one, drama essays, right? Drama essays, dialogues, conflict, action on stage, and you have to focus the dialogue. You have to, every drama there is a conflict, right? Twilight of a Crane, Yohio was advised by Zodo and Unzu to weave to get done the work, right? To ask his wife to weave cloth more and more. There the conflict starts, right? Otherwise, they lived a very happy life. And drama Bear, who? Smyrno. Smyrno enter the house and he demands money. Papua says, I can give you money, not today, day after tomorrow. But the Smyrno demands money today itself. That is, there the conflict creates, right? Okay. Conflict, action on stage, dramatic irony and humor. How characters speak and act. So through the, if Suzu is innocent, if you are telling Suzu is innocent, kind, loving, you should have enough explanation for that, enough evidences for that. So the children's attachment to her, her involvement with husband's work, right? His attachment with the house chorus, it shows that she is duty conscious, innocent, kind, loving wife. No? And turning point. What are the turning points? When the turning points happen, when your drama, that is what? The climax. The climax. So the extreme point. So the finally Susu decides this is not going to work out. It's better to give him what he wants and leave this place. Right? That is the turning point of her life and his life as well. Short story. As I mentioned, one main incident, theme or moral, character reactions, and the fiction. We discussed this one earlier. Here, same question, different approach. Balan, poetry through imagery and language, drama through dialogue and action, short story through a key incident, fiction through character development. So the ask question here we have to discuss the literary devices and the language. If it is a drama, we have to focus the dialogue and the action. If it is a short story, we have to focus the key incident. Sometimes before, if it is Lahore attack, before the attack, right? How Kumar Sangakkara explained his situation, how the cricketers were enjoy their tournament, whether they enjoyed or whether they were complaining about the uncomfortabilities they had during the gun attack, how they react. Just after the gun attack, what was the reaction of the players plus Kumar Sangakkara. And after few days when he was in Sri Lanka, how the soldiers reactions create huge impact in his character, right? Like that. So what examiners really look for? Correct genre handling. If it is a poem, you have to consider the language and those techniques. If it is a drama, fiction or short story, then your focus should be different. You can't write all 4 questions in same type. තේරුණාද ඔයාලට ඒක? You understand with the help of this table and the previous one? You can't answer all 4 genres in a same way. තේරුණානේ? Right. Okay, right. May balan. So here the Lahore attack highlights the cruelty of terrorism and its impact on innocent people. The Lahore attack highlights the cruelty of terrorism, impact on innocent people. How many things you have to address? 2 things you have to say. Through the Lahore attack, Kumar Sangakkara is talking about the cruelty of terrorism. And then you have to talk about how it has created impact on the innocent people. There are 2 concepts you have to address. So here, introduction, prose as reflection of real life tragedy, title of the prose, terrorism and human suffering, thesis statement. Body මෙන්න බලන්න මට ඕනේ මෙන්න මේ ටික. I just need this. මෙතන මම ඔයාලට sketch එක දාන්න කිව්වම පුතේ මම ඔතනින් accept කරන්නේ මෙන්න මේ I'm expecting you to have this paragraph. බලන්න body paragraph 1. First one, sudden and violent nature of the attack. So it says what? Cruelty of terrorism. The terrorists, when they want to attack innocent people, they plan it for years. They take long time for that. But their attack is very sudden. It won't allow people to think, people to escape, people to find their protection. They won't give them. Right? That is their main target, no? Their main target when they do an attack, they want to kill as much as possible. So they find shield. Oh, they need people to stay helpless. So this entire team was inside the bus without anybody's support. There were no soldiers to protect them. They had no option to ask anybody else help, right? So the sudden attack, so the sudden and violent nature of the attack, it shows what? The cruelty of terrorism. අපි දැන් ළමයෙකුට ගහන්නේ කොහොමද? First of all, we warn. No? We ask them, do the homework, bring your book properly, cover it, handle your book properly. We advise. Next day, I see the book. What is this, Putta? Still you haven't covered your book. Second day, we warn. Third day, we take the nice stick and give. Yes or no? මෙයා හිතනවා මගේ පොතට පිට කවර දාලා නැහැ මටත් හම්බෙන්නයි යන්නේ කියලා. කොහොම තමයි පුතේ? ආයෙ මොනවාද මම එහෙමයි example දෙනකොට නිකන් කන්නට පැලෙන්න දෙනවා example එක. Then you go home and cover your book. ඒක තමයි කියන්නේ එක ගලයි කුරුල්ල දෙන්නයි. One stone, two birds. Nobody know? So the example I have taken has brought tears to her eyes. You are not crying for this? Or you remember something else? මේ හිතනවා මට තව වෙනකම් මගේ අම්මවත් ඔහොම බැනලා නැහැ කියලා. Right? Yeah, yes. I just used the word. She started to tear. Literally, she is crying. No, teacher. Shall I take a photo and share it in the group? She's saying, I am not crying. The tears, her eyes are filled with tears. You yawn. I tell you, she has yawned. පොතට පිට කවර දැම්ම නැත්නම් හරි මම ගහනවා. ඈනුන් ඇරියනම් මම මරනවා ඔයාව. So decide for what you, if you cry, you can escape. If you yawn, this is your last day. Which option? One or two? Right. Ahandako. So the cruelty of terrorism with what? Sudden and violent nature of the attack. The second one, innocent civilians as victims. So the cricketers, අනේ කොල්ලන්ට බැට් එකටයි බෝලට ඇරුණාම මොනවද දන්නේ නැහනේ. They don't know anything else, right? Nobody keep the pistols inside the pocket while they are holding the bat. Right? They are very innocent. මම ඒකයි කියන්නේ Pakistan country, Pakistan authorities, when they ask Sri Lankan team, Sri Lanka to send our team, Sri Lanka has sent this entire team as goats. අර නිකන් බිලි දෙන්න යවන එළුව ටිකක් වගේ තමයි ආවලා තියෙන්නේ. අනේ අහිංසකයෝ ටික බස් එකේ නැගලා ගිහිල්ලා. Those bunch of idiots, they were traveling thinking like, okay, we will be in Pakistan, we can enjoy කියලා දන්නේ නැතුව ගියේ. හරිද? So they are attacking the innocent civilians, you know. ඔයාලට මතකයි නේද කැබති ගොල්ලාව ළමයි ටික මරපු වෙලාවේ? How many children were there? So the children were in the row after the attack. Children's dead body. Children's dead body, not the dead body, parts of the body. Parts of the body was there, and beside of them, there are bags, school bags, and some lunch box were open. Breads are stained with blood. හිතලා බලන්න කොච්චර පව්කාරකමක්ද කියලානේ. උදේට ගෙදරින් කෑම එක දාගෙනනේ යන්නත් ඉස්කෝලේට ගිහලා කණ්ඩනේ ඔක යන්නත් ආසාවෙන්. අහිංසක මල් පැට මල් වගේ ළමයිනේ. එතකොට so they are cruelty. So here which one? Innocent civilian as victim. So when they are victims, they never target president because the target is not that easy. Definitely they have to face a lot of challenges if their target is the president. So they target the civilians, innocent one. That's how we call them very cruel people. You have to attack with the people who are with arms, who are with guns. Arms mean guns, right? But here you attack the innocent people who carry the school bags. So it shows what? The cruelty of terrorism. Third point, emotional and psychological suffering. Scream in panic. So that that one also impact on innocent people. So the innocent one, when a soldier is attacked, he is not affected emotionally, mentally, because he is familiar to such things. Bombs ගහන එක, gun shoot එක, blood stains වල එයාලට 아무තු දේවල් නෙමෙයි. But for us to see such incident even create trauma in our head, no? රැට නිදා ගන්නකොට නිින්දෙන් පේනවා නේද අපිට වෙඩි තියනවා වගේ බෙල්ල කපනවා වගේ. So we hold the next person's neck, right? Afraid of that. Next one, fourth point, writer's condemnation of terrorism. Writer, he condemned the terrorism because the blood, smokes and silenced bodies, these are the things we can find in terrorism or the attacks. So the after attack you see blood stains, you see the dead bodies, you see the smoke. Next one, finally conclusion, then you can say how the writer has used his writing to deliver the message to criticize the terrorism and tell the world how innocent people are affected by these kinds of inhuman activities. තේරුණා නේද? ඒ විදිහටයි sketch එක දාන්නේ මෙච්චරයි පුතේ sketch එක. This is what when I ask you to write the skeleton කියලා කියන්නේ මෙච්චරයි. ඊට පස්සේ අපි යමු next week එකේ 4 questions අරගෙන 4 different questions අරගෙන poetry එකේ එකයි drama එකේ එකයි fiction එකේ එකයි short story එකකින් එකකුයි අරගෙන 4 different questions අරන් ඒකේ කොහොමද structures වෙනස් වෙන්නේ කොහොමද flow එක යන්නේ කියලා. ඊට පස්සේ සතියේ මං කියලා දෙනවා poetry වලින් එන different types questions. Examine, discuss. මේ බලන්න. මේකම බලන්නකෝ. To the evening star depicts peace, beauty and harmony. Examine how this is achieved in the poem. Second one, ඔක්කොම අහන්නේ ඒ question එකේ ඔක්කොම අහන්නේ examine කියලා. ඒ කියන්නේ ඒ අවුරුද්දේ බබා කතා. ඒ අවුරුද්දේ ඔක්කොම questions අහලා තියෙන්නේ ඒ structure එකේ. 2023 in 2023 it is asked what with reference to the poem A Bird Came Down the Discuss. Right? So I think different okay, all the questions asked discuss. හරිද? discuss කියලා කිව්වොත් කොහොමද? examine කියලා කිව්වොත් කොහොමද? So the different ways how we want to address.